the King of Wakanda is about to take on the most dangerous man of the DC Universe. Hey guys, welcome back to Comic YOUniverse, and in turn...
only nerd-centric thing you need in your life.
That's right, and the... by the time you did it for once. So yes, this is Universal Fight Club, round 3. Fight! You'd never want to fight me. I feel unloved.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
So guys, this is Universal Fight Club. This is where we pit two characters versus each other, but you, the universe, decide on who the actual winner is by voting on the annotation at the top of the screen.
Just above the Lex Luthor dome.
Someone's dome, it'll be over. Depending on how you have your phone turned, I guess. But yes, you guys must vote. And speaking of vote, our winners from last week, voted by you, the universe, we pitted the likes of Kratos, the God of War, versus
Black Adam from DC Universe.
And the victor went to me with God of War at 66% versus 33%, which was a lot closer than the Dracon Batman fight. So this is going to be our first tiebreaker, if you will. But this is a continuous series, so regardless of who wins, we're going to continue. But guys, yes, so you have to vote. And this week, we got the King of Wakanda on my side, and I'm going to be representing the Master of Vibranium, Black Panther.
Versus the most dangerous man in the DC Universe, Slade Wilson, Deathstroke.
The Terminator.
And we're going to see who's going to come out on top in this fight. And this is our first Marvel DC fight.
Yes, so fanboys, be nice to each other. And since I went first the last time, this time you're going to get to kick it off. Tell us why the man who wields the nth metal and the wannabe Deadpool, I'm joking guys, I know he came first, and the Deathstroke Terminator, tell us why he wins.
This man, Slade Wilson, is the most dangerous assassin in the DC Universe for a reason. This is a guy who can take it to Batman, has beaten Batman before. He's taken on Richard Dragon, other great martial artists in the DC Universe, has nearly killed several members of the DC Universe. In fact, he soloed a good number of the Justice League team in Identity Crisis, which even I will call... I will call BS on that one too, but it's canon.
Oh, so. I understand. No.
But Deathstroke is a master hand-to-hand fighter. He can use up to 100% of his brain capacity. He's got incredible reflexes. He actually has a healing factor, not as fast as Wolverine, but it is there. He has superhuman strength, speed, and agility, and can actually move faster than than even Batman's like, I can't keep up with him sometimes. So Slade is a dangerous opponent. No matter who you are, even Superman's like, even I wouldn't want to fight Deathstroke on a good day. And when the Man of Steel says, I wouldn't want to fight this guy, you know he's trouble. And I'm not saying Black Panther couldn't take him, but I'm saying that he's going to have some trouble like, the rest of his universe does. A master sharpshooter, excellent swordsman, explosives expert. This guy can think 10 steps ahead of his opponent, right on the fly. It's not like with Batman where it's prep time. It's more like, I can think about some way to beat you just like that.
Right.
And I can't do the finger snap. Thank you.
Anytime, buddy. No, I get it. Definitely.
Yeah, so there's my reasons of Slade coming out on top. How do you think T'Challa can combat Slade?
T'Challa, the King of Wakanda. All right, so not only taking his popularity into effect here, guys, I want you to take that out. Don't even use the popularity of that film or anything. Let's really talk about this and think about it. So we're talking about the King of Wakanda. This is a gentleman that is much more than just an Avenger, much more than just a king, much more than just a tribe member. This guy is someone that is a champion of Earth, not just Wakanda. This guy's gone to outer space. He has dealt with superpowered beings. He has dealt with military. He deals with politics. He knows how to play the game and play the gamut on any level you want to make this fight. You want to play chess, a game of actual chess? T'Challa's been there, done that with the best of them. You want to take it to the field and fight hand to hand? He's been there and done that with the best of them. He's beaten the likes of Wolverine, Iron Fists. He decapitated Sabretooth. To be able to do that, you have to be, hands down, not just one of the best fighters, but you just have to be on a whole nother level of vicious. Like, you have to have that deep down in you to overcome the viciousness of Sabretooth. You know, and to get over his healing factor and all of the above, it's just devastating. He's gone hand to hand with the likes of people who far outdo him. You know, maybe not the likes of Superman, I'll give you that credit, regardless of how MacGuffin that is or whatever, but Doctor Doom, he's gone toe-to-toe with. Namor the Submariner, he's gone toe-to-toe. And these are guys that absolutely, positively, they should wipe the floor with him, but yet he finds a way to win. He's gone toe-to-toe with the Hulk, Iron Man, and has beaten them all and outthought them all. He's one of the most brilliant minds in the Marvel Universe. Now, it is one thing to say that you have the capacity to use 100% of your brain. That does not mean that you're the smartest person on the planet. That just means that you can use 100% of your brain, and, you know, storing memory and information and how fast you think, sure, but that doesn't mean he's the smartest man on the planet. It's up to debate, and this isn't what this whole fight is to determine who would be the smarter combatant. But it would be fair to say that they're pretty close in comparison, just in terms of their intelligence. And then you have to talk about the suit of armor, if you will, the vibranium. This is, even with Inf Metal as being as powerful as it is and as dangerous as it is, as sharp as it is, the ability to cut through as many things as it is, the question is can it actually affect and or hurt T'Challa's suit? Now, sharp weapons are a lot more effective against vibranium, especially if cut across the seams of the actual suit and things, depending on what suit he's wearing as well. If it's going to take any effect, bullets, you mentioned he's a sharpshooter, bullets are really not going to do jack crap to this suit. As we all know, it absorbs kinetic energy and kind of just dissipates it. Or in some versions, he could actually use that kinetic energy himself. So Slade, you know, the punches, the kicks, the bullets are not really going to do very much. The sword play might take an effect, but on top of that, he has energy daggers that can be on the same frequency to cut through adamantium. So it is possible that his energy daggers could slice through Slade's sword, causing that to no longer be a factor. And then we got the claws. So even if he is somehow, you know, Slade finds a way to disarm him, okay, his hands are weapons in on themselves. He has healing factor. He has enhanced senses, reflexes, stamina, strength, speed. I would say they're pretty close to being on par with speed. I know there's some feats on Slade's side, especially when we're talking when he faced Superman and the Justice League, that are just a little hard to combat against. But if we're going to take, when we talk about our characters, I think it's best maybe we use everything as a whole and just kind of round off to the average. So at worst case scenario, he might be faster, okay, or best case scenario for your guy, he might be a little faster than T'Challa. But on the average, I would say would you agree they're pretty much on par?
On par.
On par. I mean, probably like if he cut Slade's arm off, Slade would then kind of kick it up a notch, and maybe, you know, if it really meant back up against the wall or something to that nature. Now, the only thing with this fight, Zilla, I think, is off the bat, your boy's going to be out for blood. He doesn't do anything half-assed.
Yes.
He's always out to kill you. Okay, but as I just had mentioned and just had shown, T'Challa is not above killing. He doesn't have that Batman factor. If it meant his ass or his people against you,
this is a fight to the death.
This is a fight to the death. And the question remains to the universe to decide and decipher, is it going to be the armor, okay, and the vibranium versus nth metal is really what I think it breaks down to. Which one is more superior? Which one is really going to do the damage? that's really what I think this comes down to, because Slade might have a slight edge in combat skill and in the amount of times he's been in the combat field. Okay, but again, depending on the whole reasoning, if it meant T'Challa's life or the life of his friends or family or village in any way, or if it just meant all it would take is one tribe member saying, Slade has invaded Wakanda, what kind of king does that make you to have this intruder on our land? T'Challa would be like, okay, well, I'll show you what kind of guy I am. I'm going to kill him. You know, it's as simple as that. That's all it takes for T'Challa to kick it up that extra notch. It doesn't take very much. Again, he's not Batman. And of course, we have the heart-shaped herb, man. I mean, it's hard to combat against the ability that it gives him. Slade, I think, might have to find a way to.
Well, he's combat mystics before. That's the other thing, is that he's taken on mystics before. He's outsmarted some mystics.
Yeah,
so
sure.
This is going to be just another like, oh, mystics. All right, I got something for that. Nth metal,
right?
You know,
and
the whole thing of nth metal is that it disrupts mystic energy.
It does. It does. So I mean, in that regard, if he manages to get through the suit, okay, his healing factor. There's a chance that his healing factor doesn't work because it was cut by the metal, kind of like carbonadium does to, or is it carbonadium that does it to the healing factor in the Marvel Universe? What blade is it?
I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know there's I forget off the top of my head right now, because I'm just so focused on Black Panther. But there's a certain type of blade that kind of affects healing factor. So there's a chance that since it is mystic and his is based upon mysticism. And it's actually funny because, you know, speaking of mysticism, that's something that, too, he's starting to dabble a little more into as well, is adding mysticism into technology in the comic books. So it'll be kind of interesting to kind of see, you know, what version the universe thinks that we're dealing with upon this fight. So that's kind of why I think, you know, T'Challa would take it. I just think that the suit is just a very hard MacGuffin to get over. The vibranium, I mean, it's a disadvantage for Wolverine to cut through, so I do see it as somewhat of a disadvantage for Slade to try to penetrate. Now, if we're talking out of the suit, I would go with your boy. Your boy would, I think, find a way to outfly.
And that's the thing, is like Slade, if he didn't win the first round, he's gonna come back and
kind of like Batman. Yeah, I would agree.
Not that he's gonna like do some recon and then be like, okay, now I know how to kill you. He's gonna
and then the vice versa. So if you know, Black Panther took on that much damage in the second fight, he would, okay, now I gotta step my... This would definitely be a one-up every fight. I think this could go either way. Each fight would be slightly different than the one last. I think each character would learn from each other. But Universe, this is where you guys come in. Don't forget, we have an annotation at the top. You guys have to vote to see who's going to win this fight. Is it going to be Black Panther?
Or Deathstroke?
The Terminator. I always love that they call him that. This me personally. But guys, yeah, definitely let us know in the comments below. Let's talk about it. What do you think? If you guys have characters that you want to see on Universal Fight Club, let us know. We'll gladly write them down, put them in, and slowly but surely you will see your fights, guys. Also, let us know on some of our past fights. Go back and check those out. Let us know who you thought would have won if you didn't vote. And guys, until next time.
Actually, we got to talk about our next fight. Yeah, so for the next week's fight, or whenever we do this,
it'll be in honor for upcoming Deadpool too.
So yeah, we got our first Marvel and anime fight,
yes.
But it's not a character from DBZ. We've got the Merc with a Mouth taking on the sweet transvestite who is also Jack the Ripper, and a chainsaw wielding psychopath, Grell Sutcliffe from Black Butler.
Okay. So this guy's universe, as we all know, I am not a Deadpool fan, but I will be representing Marvel Universe and Deadpool in this fight, even though he loves Deadpool.
I'm not a Deadpool fan. How many times do we have to go? Stop with the shirt. It was a gift. I don't want to walk around with my Tic Tac hanging out, now do I? Or
wait, your Tic Tac is your pants, not your shirt.
Oh. I have a blistering headache. It's hard to form words. Oh, we've lost all control of this video.
All right, guys. So, Universe, let us know who you thought won this round of Universal Fight Club, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe on the video, comment below, and click on that annotation and the notification bell as well, guys. And until next time,
see you once more in the universe.